Alrighty, I'm Dylan Williams, and I'm here with
Vicecast.
and we are going to be discussing imperialism and how it affected the Things Fall Apart. So, the age of imperialism is where Great Britain changed how the other countries did their religions and what they believed and how they spoke, and they also ruled their areas and took over their whole land. And it affected the Things Fall Apart because the white missionaries, they came to Okonkwo's land and the whole village, and they basically wanted to change everybody to be more Christian and make them believe certain things. The white missionaries also set up shops for people to buy. They were selling palm oils and other supplies that could be useful, and they were basically trying to change the whole way they were living. The white missionaries, they said that their gods were fake and that they weren't true, but those two are very common because, like the Great Britain, they took over the lands of different areas. They changed the way that they did everything, and they basically were the leaders of that land. And with the Things Fall Apart, the white missionaries basically came there, changed everything, made them believe certain things, and tell them that their gods are fake and a whole bunch of stuff. Imperialism is still infecting places today and new things because some cultures still don't have their old language, and like other places, they're speaking more English, they're speaking different languages than their native language, and that is basically how imperialism infected these parts of regions and stuff like that. With this imperialism and stuff, and the people did not like that, and so they moved out of their countries and they moved to the United States to where they could be free and be away from all of this tragic change in their cultures.
Yeah, Dylan, I totally agree with you on this about imperialism. Now, this is Vicecast, and I'm going to speak my part of imperialism. I think imperialism is where colonies or countries go to another colony or country, and British imperialism is definitely a great example of that, and where they try to express their ways and cultures towards other countries and regions around the world, and try to get converts pretty much, and trying to take over their cultural ways and beliefs into their own beliefs and cultural ways towards other countries. And I think how imperialism was shown in the book Things Fall Apart is that when the British, or you want to say missionaries, came to Nigeria and Ethiopia, they were trying to express Christianity and trying to get converts and trying to tell all the ancestors, well, not ancestors, but villagers, the leaders, that their gods and ancestors were false and they were not real or true, and that they were wasting their time and life with them, and they were trying to express Christianity throughout the village by building a church and having preachers out there, and
Talk more about British imperialism.
and what this did is that it brought people to be annoyed by them, also upset, and also especially the Congo getting upset. And on the other hand, British imperialism was a big thing as well because they went to multiple colonies and countries, not just Nigeria, but they went to multiple areas around the world, especially countries, and were trying to express these same ways as well, with schooling and beliefs and cultural ways and what they eat and how they dress, and that was what they pretty much did. and things fall apart. They show them the same things because they also had English school and writing school. And then how, in my opinion, British imperialism has affected today as well, because most people can't do their most people lost their cultural ways, their cultural speaks, and lost their beliefs, and people now are not having those same um, traditions and cultural ways anymore due to this British imperialism. So now, if so now it's all English and culture. And to wrap this up, this shows that this was a big impact towards multiple cultural ways, and if most people today are in many types of if you could say types of people, and they are now doing a lot. They do a lot of British ways and cultural ways, and you could tell that it has definitely affected throughout decades and years. And Dylan, it's your time.
Alrighty, well, that's the end of the Dylan and Bryce podcast. I hope you learned something new.